Hey gang, it's Andy Petronic, and it's day 3 of the Summer Whole Life Challenge. I hope you're starting to get into the swing of things. Today's video is about the power of teamwork. But first, as you might have experienced, the first week can be one of the easiest if you were ready for the challenge and you maybe have done it before, but it can also be one of the hardest as your life, your daily routine, and your body start to feel the changes you're making and are trying to convince you that this might be too hard. It might be easier to go back to the way things were. Stay the course. It takes time for new things to feel normal. It also takes time to know whether the changes you're making are working. Don't be in a hurry to evaluate them yet. Keep putting in the daily work. Eat, move, stretch, drink water, sleep, connect, and reflect. Okay, so I want to take a minute today to talk to you about the importance of your tribe. Teamwork. Jim Rohn famously said, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Who are your 5? Are they moving you in the direction that you want to head? I remember from back in my adventure racing days. Adventure racing was the precursor to today's modern Spartan and Tough Mudder races. They were anywhere from 4 hours to like 8 days in length. And they required a team of 3 to 5 people to get from start to finish together using a map and a compass to navigate their way. I was in this race, my team was in this race, and we were in the lead. It was a 48-hour race. It was a qualifier to get into this one called the Eco Challenge. We were 16 hours into the race. It was like 8:30 at night. The day had started with a 6-hour ocean paddle in kayaks and then went right into trekking, this really long trekking section. And we were in the middle of the trek. It was pitch black. My team was relying on me to be the navigator, to use a topographic map and a compass to make the right turns, to find our way to the right checkpoints. And I got really sleepy. I started stumbling over my feet. I started closing my eyes for dangerously long periods of time. I was weaving on and off the trail. I was kind of hallucinating. I started to try to convince my teammates to take a break. Like, all I need is 5 minutes. Just let me sit down. Let me get off of my feet. Give me some shut-eye. I tried to convince them that if I could do that, I'd be good to go. I wanted so desperately to stop. The thing was, we were in the lead. We had to keep going. We wanted to stay that way. We wanted to stay in the lead. This went on for like 10 minutes, and one of my teammates then came back. They realized this wasn't going to stop, and they put their hand on my back. They started talking to me quietly, encouraging me, engaging me in conversation, much to my chagrin. They reminded me of who I am and what our commitment was. It kept me moving, and it kept me from stumbling off the trail and hurting myself. It totally worked. About an hour later, I had recovered. I was back in my game. We ended up taking first place, and we qualified for the Eco Challenge. That would never have happened without my team, without my teammates. So I ask you this: who are the people in the Whole Life Challenge that are on your team? It only takes one. Who's your support? Who are you supporting? We all have a tendency to think we can go it alone. It's easier, it takes less time and effort. It doesn't require us to share or to be vulnerable. It doesn't require us to show our weaknesses and to let ourselves be supported. Here's the problem with that thinking though. When you go it alone, you've got no one to remind you of your intention, your commitment, your ability when the going gets tough. And trust me, the going will get tough. On those particular days when your job's overwhelming, your kids are pulling you in every which way, you're exhausted, your mom's sick, your car's overdue for maintenance, and you just feel like throwing up your hands and giving up, you can convince yourself quite easily that you don't have what it takes to keep going, that you need to take a break, to sit, to rest, to quit, to take a nap. You just want to feel better, feel happy. You don't want to have all these things pulling on you, and you want to have the energy. You don't think you have the time to commit to the 7 daily habits in spite of what you know that they bring to your life. When you don't have a swim buddy, a teammate to remind you of who you are and what you're capable of, you forget. And you fall off the path. You quit. You lay down to sleep. Your 5 people are right in front of you. They're probably members of your Whole Life Challenge team. Even if they're thousands of miles away, even if you don't even really know them, they're on this journey with you. You want to reap the rewards of having a teammate? You have to show up. You've got to listen to them, for them. You must read your team's reflection feed. Comment where appropriate. Hit the little thumbs up button. You must see them. They must know you see them. You must share your triumphs, your struggles. It's going to take time. You've got to resist the urge to go it alone. You can go it alone, but you risk going to sleep and letting the world just pass you by. Take that little bit of extra time. Be there with your teammates. They will be there for you. You will keep each other on the path. Show up in that reflection feed. Be your word. You got this. You can do it. That's my message for today. Have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.